Okay, so before we play our last piece, we have a little bit of business, some business, some awards, and we'd like to recognize all the seniors that are up on stage, because their leadership makes things like that piece possible. That takes a fair amount of maturity to get through that piece. So if you heard it the first day we read it, then you would know how far we've come. So we give out a number of awards in the band area. The John Philip Sousa, which is to our outstanding band member, the Louis Armstrong, outstanding member of our jazz ensembles. We also give out an award in honor of a former student. And then last year we started giving out a couple of other awards just because we can only have one John Philip Sousa award, and it's nice that they recognize the fact that there are some other students that are extremely heavily involved in the program. They can't always be recognized with the John Philip Sousa. So that award is named after a famous band director named Patrick Gilmore. So it's kind of for other people in your band that have just been involved in very many aspects of your program. So we're going to give out a couple Gilmore awards tonight. So we'll give out the awards, then we'll have all our seniors stand, so you can give them a round of applause. So the Gilmore Awards, the individuals that are receiving these tonight are very active in our program: state solo ensemble, show choir band, jazz band, some pit orchestra work, just a lot of different stuff in addition to the concert settings. So Gilmore Awards this year we're going to give out to Darren Boras and Sophie Stevenson. There you go. That's yours. There you go. Congratulations. This next award kind of has a special place in my heart, probably Mrs. Stone's heart. One great thing about music is we can educate everybody, and we do a lot of work trying to differentiate what we do up here to accommodate everybody's needs, and we get a fair amount of support from the entire band staff, Mrs. Stone, Mr. Kasperick, everybody. Years ago we had a student named Greg Morshauser. Greg was somewhere on the autism spectrum, had some physical disabilities, some cognitive disabilities, but he loved to play. And he would run from the special ed room down to the band room when it was time for band with his sticks in his hands. Very enthusiastic. If everybody up here gave what Greg gave, it would be scary. So his senior year, we gave him the first Morshauser Award. And since then, we've been honoring students who show the same type of enthusiasm and just dedication. You ask them if they'll do something, they're like, sure, I'll do that. It's just one of those types of people. So this year, the Morshauser Award goes to Emma Anderson. All right, that takes us to the Armstrong Award. So I get a little emotional every time I talk about Greg, because the last parade, Mr. Kasperick had to actually sit him down. He would have marched till he dropped. It was a hot day, and he almost was falling down. We always marched Mr. K right next to him, just in case. So we did. We had to sit him down, get him off the parade route, and help him finish up. So that's just the way he was. The Louis Armstrong Award goes to the outstanding member of our jazz bands, and this year, I'll read you what the certificate says. So, in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz, as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity, the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is presented to Sean Peters. Okay, and last but not least, the John Philip Sousa Award, obviously named after the great bandmaster, John Philip Sousa. And this, the band votes on this one. I've been here 27 years. We've never gone against the band vote yet. We've never had to. So when you ask them to be reflective and serious, sometimes they are. So, and sometimes they're not. So in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for singular merit and loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires, the John Philip Sousa Band Award is presented to Emma Cosby. Okay, so thank you. So congratulations to all those guys, but we have a whole rack of seniors that make it possible. And Mrs. Stone and I and Mr. Kasperick are very thankful because we get to work with these kids, most of them from 6th grade on. So we've watched them grow for 7 years, so it's kind of special. I will do this. Hopefully I will get it all right. So we'll start back in the percussion section. We'll introduce them. Percussionists can wave, all right, and then everybody else can stand. All right, so we have Kyle Painter, Lakshmi Ortiz, there we go. Starting over here in the trombones, we have Roman Schuler. You gotta stand up, Roman. You can stay standing. Adam Scaife, you can hold your applause on euphonium. Michael Prebush on tuba. Okay, let's get into the second row. Sean Peters on alto sax. Risa Weigelster. It's pronounced right. They never get it right at homecoming. So, all right. Chandra Wilson. Okay, Michael Tomey. Vicky Albert. Let's keep going. Will Sobel. Emma Cosby. Going to the front row, Darren Boris. Sydney Newstatter. Jenny Harvey. Sophie Stevenson. Nikki Houston. And Emma Anderson. So that's our seniors this year. And I don't think we forgot anybody. There's the nice. We're really fortunate. There's a couple other awards that we give in senior night. There's a couple of former band families, and one of them is also an orchestra family. Yes. And the Hesslings now give out an orchestra and a band award and scholarship. The Hessling family does, and then the Goldberg family also gives out an award in honor of their 2 children who graduated from here. So that's very nice. The Goldbergs also will give our John Philip Sousa and Armstrong winners some monetary award money too, which is really nice. So I thank them very much. And do I have to give you a microphone?
Okay, so Dorn is probably the sassiest grown man I know. Yeah. Barely there. Anyway, so I've been with him since the 6th grade, as many of us have been. We've known him for a very long time now. And so we wanted to recognize what he and Mr. Kasperick and even Ms. Stone have done for us over the years. You know, she kind of gets skipped out on sometimes. So, okay, so just to start this off, I have a quick story. In the 6th grade, we discovered that band is not a democracy. It is actually a dictatorship. However, Mr. Dorn wanted us to understand that it was a benevolent dictatorship, which as a 6th grader, I had no idea what that word was. So I looked it up and I came back and I was like, you know what, okay, I guess it is. So I brought him this tiara in the 6th grade and he said, no way. And so I said, how about next year? And he said, no. And I said, the next year? He said, no. So finally, here we are. He said senior year. It's senior year. Dorn, here's your tiara. All right. So on behalf of the senior band members, Jenny Harvey and her fantastic artistic skills, and Sydney Newstetter and her lovely human beingness would like to present some awesome stuff.
Okay, so usually every single year Mr. K tends to get some kind of Star Wars related gift, and we decided to kind of like stray from that path and go for something else that he loves, which is trombone. So we painted him this beautiful painting, this guy playing a trombone, and all of our names are painted in it. So there's that. And then also for Mr. K, we got him a card, and we all signed it and wrote little messages. And then also we got him a gift card to Domino's because we know that he always buys pizza for the pep band kids. So you can use that, I guess. And then, as Emma Anderson had previously stated, Dorn is a pretty sassy guy. I don't know. So he likes to say little sassy remarks to us during the day, maybe like burns or like roasts. So we made him this book. Oh, okay. So the definition of a roast is to humorously mock or humiliate someone with a well-timed joke, diss, or comeback. And so we made him this little book. Throughout this past semester, we kept track of every single remark that he made to one of us. And we would make a tally and then write down our favorite quotes. So there's a total of 103 for this semester alone. Do you want to read some of them?
We want to read some, Dorn. So we have some examples. This first one, Dorna said, "You have to drop it down, not just blast it. Woodwinds, initials may be J. Harvey." And then also we have some actual pot roast recipes for you, Dorn, if you want to ever cook some. And in there you can add a dash of, "Well, that was lovely," Dorn said to the trumpets. And this happened actually last week. So what we do in the band sometimes is when someone has a question, we all raise our hands, kind of. You want to demonstrate? So like, so Sean raised his hand last week, and he had a question, and we're like, "Okay, raise the hands, everyone." And Dorn goes, "Yeah, Sean." He goes, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And so Sean walks out, goes to the bathroom, and comes back, and we all start clapping, and Dorn goes, "Oh my God," and he does it. So, yeah, this is our present for you. And then we also got you a card. And after a very serious survey that you took over the past 2 days, we discovered that your favorite restaurant is indeed the Great Dane. And we took a serious survey. We asked him, there you go. You got to read the card. We all signed it. Oh, but it's a beautiful card. All right. Yeah. Read the cover. Read the cover.
So here's the cover. I know you guys want to go home. So even if I told you 1,000 times, it still wouldn't be enough. It's a Father's Day card. So I love you, Dad. If anybody's looking for a Father's Day card, signed by all the band members. And then it says, make that 1,001. Oh, it's a birthday card. Happy birthday. So. Yes, this is perhaps one of the few times that every picture's there, because then you know Jenny, Harvey, and Sydney were involved. So they probably hunted people down. So these are great. If you're ever in the band, orchestra, or choir room, kids started doing this a while back, and they're great. You peruse the room, and you can see all the seniors from years past. So thank you very much. Those are great. So thank you, guys. So, all right. I am not that sassy, and it is a two-way street. I can guarantee you. Sometimes they start it, so often they start it. Emma, by the way, in 6th grade, when I told them I was a benevolent dictator and they had no idea what it was, and I said, "Well, look it up." She was the only one who looked it up. So, all right. So we're going to finish real quickly and get you on your way. I want to thank you for coming out. If you look in your program. There are a ton of events coming up, all right? Choir concert next week. We have an orchestra concert coming up, the Fine Arts Awards. We'll see you on the parade route on Memorial Day. We'll see you at graduation. So there's lots of stuff coming up. We're going to finish with a fun piece of music, a little lighter piece of music. This is called groove music. And band members, every band member out there, we do not need to move percussion equipment, but we should take the chairs and the stands to the band room so that the orchestra has chairs and stands tomorrow morning. Right, Sophie? So, okay. So we're going to finish with Brian Balmage's groove music. By the way, Roman, you did a nice job on this. You and I can imagine you short.